Did it fill up with smoke?
Yeah.
So he did a lap and pretty much had to stop at the finish line because he couldn't see absolutely nothing. So they've gone to rush and drill some holes any which way they can get the smoke out of the car, because that is not going to be fun. So yeah, a little update for you. Morning. Morning. So in this episode, you find us at Teesside Autodrome for round 4 of the UK Drift Championship. We've got the black twin turbo Z. We have a Kristian. Found a very small fuel issue with the car. Should be fixed. We took it for a little test rip and she is flying.
Yeah, we had the car up at Driftland for BDC and it was a major issue with power. We actually took the whole fuel pump assembly apart, thinking it was because the fuel pump was screaming really loud. It's kind of frustrating, but I ordered a new fuel pump, assuming the fuel pump. That being said, it could be the fuel pump, but long story short, there was a split in the hose, which meant the fuel pump was working 3 or 4 times as hard as it needed to.
No wonder it's screaming.
Yeah, which just meant as soon as the fuel pump, everything was warm in the car, it just cut all power. It was very frustrating, but fingers crossed it's fixed. We'll find out. We're going to reveal all in this episode. I'm just doing some nut and bolt checks. Basically, we check everything, check all the lines, make sure nothing's falling off, catching. These things tend to work loose.
Yeah, well, we're working hard.
Which is working hard. We might have some sponsors on the go.
We need to make 2022 like the year that not even we kind of expected. I want to be able to go kitted out every event and proudly represent a very small list of sponsors, because without them the dream doesn't happen. So just had a cut bumper because
put an old poly tailgate on, because we've a car in that had this. It's got a brand new tailgate, so this was available. Got bumper, and we took some brackets off the back. Other than that, it's ready to go. But
so we say it's about 80 kg ish.
about 80 kilos, yeah, mostly in the tailgate.
So we need to go and get the door stickers for UKDC. The joys of running 2 different championships, they do sometimes get a bit funny about other branding, so we probably have to take that up as well. But it is what it is. We did plan to kind of be sole BDC this year, only because of sponsor commitments and stuff like that. But we turned up at UKDC because it's seat time and we love drifting. Stupidly. We don't like money, we like race cars and drifting. Because eating well is overrated. Bread and milk is the one.
Right, so it's driver's briefing now. I'm going to head off. Matt Hiss here. He's going to do the nut and bolt check on this side. Twin turbo VQ funness. Morning, Jules.
Morning, mate, you're right.
The briefing's done. Got to throw on a sud strip and get into my gear. Hopefully do a bit of a practice lap, which will be good fun. But on the way back to the pits now. Hopefully Matt has finished.
Well, that's Kristian out for his first practice run. So, a load of pro drivers today. Yes, Belinda. Yes, Jude.
Hello, gorgeous.
Kristian, fixing the car.
So, I'm with little Ruben here and little Scarlett. And what happened? What happened to Kristian's car? Did it fill up with smoke?
Yeah.
So he did a lap and pretty much had to stop at the finish line because he couldn't see absolutely nothing. So they've gone to rush and drill some holes any which way they can get the smoke out of the car, because that is not going to be fun. So yeah, a little update for you.
Any decisions I make now, it could be so late in the day, could be a hindrance more than anything else. So I'm just putting on.
So you've had what, 4 laps now?
Yeah.
Fresh tyres.
Fresh tyres will see me to the end of practice and qualifying, basically.
So we got to take
Morning, Jack.
the back window out because that much smoke was getting in the car that it was beginning to be a bit of a problem.
That first run, halfway around the first cup, I couldn't see anything.
We saw you just rolling and we was like, we can't even see Kristian in the car anymore. He's gone. So yeah, hopefully now everything should go a bit more plain sailing. The tyre wear is pretty good. These had some camber wear and we flipped them. So hopefully now everything will be smooth sailing. We're going to go down on the pressures and hopefully Kristian can do ascend. So yeah, that's another update for you guys. Everyone wish Kristian luck.
But we can flip that one, we're actually fitting them.
So it's time for qualifying. Yo, Kristian's gonna go out. Had a few issues in a sense of car cutting out, which wasn't great. We've mentioned that already. So yeah, the car's working, hopefully. It's down to Kristian, so let's see what he can do. It must be serious, the drill's out. Oh, okay, that's genius.
It's not genius at all, it's rough as fuck.
Well, it's rough as fuck, but it's borderline genius. So basically, cable tying the stalk out of the way.
Yeah.
So you don't do flappy hands on the
yeah, because what happens is the wipers just start flying.
I mean, yeah, incredible. A very talented driver, an 8.7 average score there for Johan. We go back to the start line. Kristian Rice now in the Firefly Speed Shop, Nissan 350Z. And Kristian Rice been having some fun out there today so far. In practice, and getting to grips with the car. It's very wide though, drops a wheel on the edge of the track on initiation, kicks up some dust. Judge will be looking at that's upset his line massively. You can see him mid-track now, he has to work to get out to 3, manages to make it happen. As Kristian Rice looks for outside zone 4 on the transition, gets it dialed, looks for the touch and go, he's going to sacrifice that as he looks for the final clipping point, and across the line goes Kristian Rice.
Yeah, the regular, who's very, very close to Three Sisters, where we visited earlier in the year, lives just around the corner. So regular at Three Sisters from Firefly's Speed Shop. His partner was out last week at BDC at
Three Sisters.
Three Sisters.
Comes up to the line at 69.7, needs to get it done, needs to improve on that score to try and get himself into the top 24. Currently out of competition is Kristian Rice in the Firefly Speed Shop 350Z. And Kristian Rice through the gears, down, fires the car across the circuit, dabs on the handbrake, gets that car set up nicely, just about scrapes the edge of outside zone 2. Gets himself down onto the bank. Oh, a big understeer.
Oh.
Oh, and shuts it down. And I wonder if he smoked himself out inside the car and couldn't see where he was going, because out of nowhere, turned it off. Yeah, thumbs up to the judges.
Yeah, certainly something not right there.
So Kristian Rice will zero out. That means he is out of competition. So Kristian Rice not making the show.
So that's Kristian's second qualifying run done. He went a little bit hot into 3, so he did have to bail out of it, but the first run should be more than enough. Let's go and see how he's feeling. Too much sauce.
I went onto the West Bank, did a nice flick, played it safe, because if I'm spearing down the thing and just hydro it, like a little hydroing through the first clip, I need to be sure I don't carry so much speed I'm just going to wash off. Did that, pinned it as I was doing, and the thing just filled fucking smoke. Couldn't really see where I was going.
So that you then was just going into the hairpin so quick.
At that point,
I thought you was going off.
At that point, I couldn't really see where I was going.
Well, at least we know. We know what the issue is. Well, we know what the issues are.
Oh.
Keep it full of fuel or put a swell pot on it. And
The smoke inside is just ridiculous.
but then it's kind of our own fault for the last minute weight saving.
No, I was sat in the queue and I was thinking I could have just grabbed some tape, because I was looking behind me and I was thinking if I just taped half a dozen of these up.
Yeah, because it's not like we've cut the whole back end off like the big car.
No.
Like we understand why that floors will smoke. It's just this one, some factory holes that need a bit of tape. Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
So annoyed.
Don't worry, I think it's still in. It's got
No.
this.
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
Well, I think I
have a little look.
got penalised for my wheel drop at the start, and that's
But
obviously
you
out.
kept it.
I literally couldn't see where I was going,
Yeah.
because I thought
In his eyes anyway.
I can feel a bit of understeer, and I thought, well, I'll just clutch kick and run it. But I thought I might just fucking clutch kick straight off the side of the fucking track. As I entered on the onto clip 1 into to 2, I thought, right, I'm a little. I went straight through 1, like straight through 1, nice. As I went and hit clip, as I was a little shy, I think the bumper went over clip 2. I thought, right, well, I'm gonna go so deep and wide now on clip 3, and I was just pinned, and it just goes like, and I was like, I can't fucking I can't fucking see. I'm so fucking annoyed.
You can't get too annoyed.
The other
You've got the car here, you've had some fun.
Yeah, but the other thing, yeah, I'm glad I've not blasted a load of tyres anyway. The other thing as well is I'm so fucking out of fucking practice. I know if I'd have gone and done a full competition day in this car, or a full practice day in this car.
Practice day the day before, you would have had it dialed.
Yeah, and I'd have dealt with the smoke. And even if I had that smoke issue, I'd have just been that bit more comfortable with the car. This thing lights up them up in third at 30 psi, like it's nothing.
It's got the power.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get the stream up. Let's see where you're placed, and let's see if you're not qualified. You're not qualified.
No, I don't think I have.
We'll see. I don't think the.
No, I think I was in like 27th or something before. So.
Oh, okay.
I needed that wrong. But the good thing is, I think the car's actually sound. But I need to deal with the fucking smoke thing. It's literally a joke. It's almost a joke. It's that bad. Yeah. Well, I'm annoyed because two things went wrong. Basically, I'm not good enough in the car because I've not practiced, not done anything, not made any time for the car. And then there's been a few teething issues today which have affected me driving the car. So we had a few issue with fuel today. So that ate into maybe 4 or 5 practice laps, which I could have really done with. And if you've only ever done maybe 30 laps in the car, 35 laps in the car ever, you really need those 5 laps. And then the other thing is the car just fills with smoke. It's my own fault. The main issue is the fact that I'm just totally out of practice and I don't make any time. I literally spend a couple of hours on the car just before we go and expect to just turn up and go. And it's fine if everything else on the day works, if the car works, if you get a good bit of time practice in the morning, that's fine, you can kind of wing it and blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, if you have an issue where you lose a bit of practice, because like we did with fueling, suddenly you're attentive with the car. That and the fact it's a new build for me. But no more excuses now. Gonna make it right. And the good news is the car absolutely rips. It is just a wall of smoke. It's great.